Rooftop hives. They made it through the winter. That's awesome. Yeah. It's a lot of population, so yeah, we have to split them today if they're not already, no, not even if they have swarmed, they're probably going to need to be split. There's a lot of bees in that box. Do you want to take a minute and pull the rest of that equipment over here before we get too deep in this? I mean, if there's bees, there's bees in every seam, in every box, all the way up to the super. Let's set the inner cover back on just for time being. Keep them calm in there. And so since mine are starting to swarm, I'm pulling queens, separating them, and they're leaving 2 queen cells, and they're still swarming. Oh, just right here. And the benefit of this is you've got 2 boxes and the super, so they may have had enough room that they haven't swarmed. So sweet. That's a good deal.
All right, I think I got this corner.
Feels pretty good here. You got your smoker handy just in case they
right there.
Like that? Go ahead and grab that.
Start back up.
Looks like this side's going to pop first, so if you want to lift first on this side and then get ready to swing off on that side. And then as you start lifting, you'll want to try to twist a little bit, because what happens sometimes is the frames underneath get stuck. Too much twist. Yeah, you twist it all the way to the bottom, so they're really stuck together. Let's go ahead and twist that back. And
too much.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll get down there. We'll just make sure that they're not too messed up there. So let's look inside and see if there's any frames sticking down. Remember, try to aim on these boxes or the edge over here if you can.
Sorry, say it.
Ooh, try not to wedge in the front, wedge on the sides, because that's where the box is solid. The edges is where the frame rests are. So then we can look in here. And what do we see? It seems like it should come up.
Yeah.
It does not feel like it wants to, though.
Let's see, maybe there's a lot of... Yeah, there's a lot of... Oh, this right here on the sides. Alright. This side's free.
This side feels like it's free.
Alright, take 2.
But the middle of it still feels like it's stuck together. So when you lift...
I'm going to put my leg here to support it.
Okay, I'm going to hold this if you want to twist, too.
Yep.
Lift and twist. Perfect, perfect. No, you're good. Oh, look at that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's probably all honey. All right, so picture there. Got it?
Yep.
So this is drone brood. When they're ready, getting close to swarming, they'll start laying drone brood. Okay, and typically, since everything in here is worker size, they'll lay it between the hives. So this is when we broke them open. These are not going to make it, but you look in here and you see if there's any mites on them. So this washed to 0. I wouldn't expect to see many, but we didn't treat them, and they haven't been treated in the 8 years now. So, and I don't see a single mite on there. So that's good. That's really good. All right.
What are we doing?
Let's just go ahead and start taking these out. And our plan is going to be to split everything. So yeah, that's the one to start with. Okay. Well, there's a lot of propolis in here. I'm surprised at how quickly these boxes sort of started opening up on the edges.
Yeah, I think it's that paint.
Could be, yeah.
I don't think it's the best kind.
You got that frame rest somewhere. You can point me in the right direction. I'll grab it and bring it your way.
It's in there on top of the...
Ooh, you're getting honey on this side. So they still have that pool of honey. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Scratching my head, trying to think here now. I don't like pulling stuff until I know what I got, but we know we need to kind of split everything in half. You can go ahead and pull the next one out.
All right.
Yeah, you keep on moving there. That's all capped honey. Wow, girls, what's going on? That's all capped honey too, so they haven't used any of their winter stores. It's okay. Hopefully, since we have drone brood here, I'm guessing we're going to get into brood in the next frame. So the next frame will probably be pollen, nectar, and then maybe even a little bit of brood on the bottom center. But seeing it up here, there may also be brood in that super. Doesn't want to come, huh?
Yes.
If it doesn't want to come, just keep pushing on the side, and then just keep trying to push the frame sideways.
Well, I was gonna see if I can pry.
Oh, gotcha.
Go back a little ways and then just pry there.
Yeah, that would work too.
Because it seems like it's stuck to the bottom.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
lifting the other frame up.
well. It's only going to come so far.
Yeah. Kid popping my phone.
What'd you put in here? It smells like
Just those new little plug things.
the little pellets.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that smell like marijuana.
I forgot about that.
Nectar and bee bread over here. So you're probably just full honey on that side.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're starting to get into the middle.
Can you slide these two out a little bit?
No, I want you to put it over there.
Huh?
I want you to put it over there. So go ahead and put that over here. And again,
For the other two or no?
well, we want to transfer one of the other two. Since we have 2 frames of honey, we want one of them here and we want one to stay. So
this one?
your choice. They're both solid, so it's entirely up to you. I should have brought my little plastic covers here. Yeah, and we'll leave the honey on the outside. That's great. So one's got honey, one's got the edge of resources for brood.
Oh, sorry. I squished you. But between honey, so not as bad.
Yeah, you're good. We'll adjust that when we get closer. I'm just putting that on there to keep it out of the sun. Yeah. Although we're leaving this one out in the sun. This one I'm thinking we're going to be cat brood. What do you think?
Yeah. Seen brood down there too.
Excellent. Good. Pull that. So you see all of this stuff is built out here. The problem is when she makes her queen cells, a lot of times she'll put them in this space. So as soon as we pull it up, we can rip one in half. So there's cat brood. This is all pollen, nectar, and honey.
What's the ones that are...
Here you go. Look at this. Oh, let me get it. See that?
Yeah.
That is the mite on. You see it? That brown thing?
Yeah.
That is a mite on the thing. So no more mite. Okay.
So the center where it's jutting out, is that just other...
Point to where you're talking about?
This stuff.
That's just drones.
Okay.
Again, see up here? They're sticking out a little bit. So that's probably just what she wanted to lay. Cat brood. Okay, what's that right there? Is that open? Is there white stuff in there? Do not bump it though, if possible.
Yes.
There's white,
kind of looks
gushy stuff.
gelatinous.
Yes. Okay. That is a queen cell. That's what we need to make a split.
All right.
So
put it in that box.
Yeah. And then we got honey, bee bread. They've got enough stuff to start feeding eggs and stuff, but they don't need it. So yeah, take that off real quick. So we got enough clearance under there. I'm gonna flip this one the other direction because it looks like it's gonna bump into stuff over there. Is it bumping? No, we're
You're good.
We're clearing. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buffer that with one that's not drawn. And then we'll slide this back over. I know I'm changing directions on you girls, but that's right here. So
Remember, he did it.
I'm gonna put a little groove in this, just so
we know it's clean.
Yeah, just so we know to be careful in case we move anything else in this hive. And then since this is, a brand new foundation, it's not going to be any issues there. Okay, we'll go ahead and set that back on gently there. So what I didn't see though is I did not see eggs. So there is still a chance they could have swarmed, but looking at the number of bees in here, probably not. But again, that was our first frame of brood and we already got a queen cell, so whichever. So if we see more queen cells, we need to reduce it down to 2, maybe put another one in there, just make sure it's close to that one, so that if they both hatch out, that they figure out who's the boss and then take each other out instead of flying out with half the bees. Which, even if you do that, it's not guaranteed, and that's some of the stuff I've been dealing with this year.
I don't see anything.
See anything down there? So again, we're gonna look for eggs too. Do you see anything inside the frames, or do you want me to peek?
Oh, yeah, please look.
Okay, let me grab this side.
Got it?
And again, I always just try to put the sun to my back, so I'm trying to look down in there. And they're eggs. Oh, hang on. I say that, and then I always see like a little bit of a reflection in the bottom of the cell. Yeah, I see an egg. Somewhere around in here, I see an egg. I'm not sure if you see it too. Somewhere around these girls.
Sorry.
Sometimes it's a little harder with you in the sun there, but if you can get the right angle. But there's only one, so we'll just need to keep looking for that. But if we're seeing one here, the next frame probably is going to have it.
Just wondering.
Again, our queen still should be marked if we look for that too. There's eggs in all of those cells. So do you see where the yellow pollen, put your finger out actually. Right in there I'm seeing eggs. Do you see eggs in those cells? I'm gonna rotate it just a little bit so the sun kind of hits down on the bottom.
Oh, I can't see the bottom now.
Sorry, I'm trying to find a place to set this down. Right in here. You see eggs in the bottoms of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. That means she's still in here.
Cool.
Unless she swarmed out today or yesterday. But, usually when they're on end, that's the first few days. And then flipping it upside down is really what gets you the view of if there's a queen cell. See that bottom? Yep. Is there anything on in there? If not, tear it off.
Nope.
Tear it off. Okay. So far, we believe that the queen is in this hive. Okay. And typically, if we're close to even, we're going to put a little more brood in that one because she's going to have about a month delay before she starts laying. So we're going to set that one out here for now. That one potentially will go over here, though. Okay. We'll see what else we find. And yeah, so if the queen's in here, she'll just keep laying and laying and laying. Whereas if we have a virgin queen or a queen that we're trying to get open mated, it's going to take about a month before she's actually laying. Well, 25 days before she's laying, and then they'll get capped, and then they'll start hatching out in about a month. So they're set back a little ways. They'll be set back a month, the ones that aren't there. But do you see anything promising in there? Got some brood though. You see any queens?
Like the queen cells, like what's on the bottom?
Nope, I'm looking for a red dot too, because remember we marked her last year, so looking for multiple things here, which is kind of tricky because a lot to deal with. Any eggs or anything in that one? Ooh, it's so windy on top of the building.
I don't think so.
Okay, let me just as a double check, and then this frame looks very similar to the last frame, so we would go ahead and put one over there and one over here. I don't see eggs. I do not see eggs.
Yeah.
Surprised. A little bit of cat brood, and they're just hatching out pollen. Still a little bit of last year's honey. This side. There's eggs on this side, so we're good here. So this is very similar to that last one. We'll go ahead and put this one in here. Do you want to put her in there? You want me to put her in there? It's up to you.
Since you already got your hands, I'll just get the
Okay. And remember, we're buffering the other one. Okay. So, and as we transfer them over with the bees, that's always good because you're kind of equal, but if there's any foragers in there, they're gonna fly back here. So when we get closer to the end of this, we may take a couple frames and just shake them off into that hive just to get that population boosted. You hope to shake them from frames that have eggs and larvae because a lot of times those are nurse bees. If they're on the honey, those are most likely foragers. So those are the bees that are gonna fly out and come right back to this hive. So. You may want, yeah, it seems like that one's stuck on the bottom too.
If I can wiggle like this. Nope.
You can do your little lifting thing again. Oops, sorry.
Okay.
Good amount of brood on there though. She's doing well.
Got something pop loose. I think we're good. Yep. Look at that chunk at the bottom.
Oh wow, yeah. Beautiful. Got brood again.
So the little guys, the little larvae?
Yep, the white larvae. So this time of year, you want to make sure that, well, actually every time of year, you want that to be pearly white like it is. That means they're healthy. If it starts getting yellow, that could be European foul brood. There's a lot of issues that could happen. A lot of times they're in the spring and they have nutritional issues, but if it's not pearly white, then you have an issue, even if everything else looks fine. So, is there anything else that you saw on this that stood out to you? I'm always looking near the bottom.
These?
Yep. So,
is that one?
That one has an egg in it. And that one has an egg in it. So we'll go ahead and put these over there. Let me just check this side just to make sure there's no queen on here, because
you don't want to transfer the queen and
the queen cells. Yeah. The other thing too is the reason I'm marking the frames is if we find that there's no queen in here, which I think there's a queen in here, but I'd like to see a frame that has more eggs on it, then we'll be able to at least leave some here and some there in case something happens. Again, your queen cells are on that side, so
sorry,
they're
side
on
or my side?
my side. So
facing that way.
Yeah, or
do
you may be able to drop it in here and then slowly, gently slide it over to it. So, and again, we can always add a frame of brood if we don't think we can make that work, or a frame of drawn foundation, on drawn foundation. All right. A lot of bees in that box. Look at all of them on that frame. It's like a curtain.
Kind of, it's a mixture of feelings. On one hand, it's that weird feeling you get when you get flies swarming around you.
Yeah.
The buzzing and everything. But on the other hand, it's pretty neat to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty calming when you realize that they're not just gonna destroy you.
Yeah. Maybe half the time I'm just up here chilling with them anyway.
Yeah. They let you know though, if you move a little bit quick, they're like, and they just come out, and then
What are you doing?
and they're like, okay, let's go back in.
So middle on the side?
Yep, I see that. See eggs in that
No,
frame?
middle.
That's a drone right there. This guy right here.
Down. Bigger one?
That's a drone
okay.
too. The rounded booties. No, that's good eye. I would hope that she still has a little bit of red paint on her, but some of mine have actually been cleaned off. So.
It doesn't look like there's anything in that one yet.
Okay. Let me just double check on for eggs and.
Got it?
Yep. These all have eggs in them, so this is good. We do want to make sure there's no queen cells left on this one, and we're going to go ahead and leave this in this hive. Actually, if it's juicy and it has the stuff on it, it does not. So that one does. This one does right here. That one's loaded. So we'll leave that alone. We're going to leave this in this hive though, and we're going to put a little mark on it, and we're going to come back to it.
If we need to,
in case there's some other indications that the queen may be gone. I'm pretty positive that she's in here, but I mean, you could always potentially split a third time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long can they, sit in like one of those nuke boxes?
Well, what we would do is we would just make another hive with the nuke box. I guess that was your question, how long they can be in there.
Yeah.
It can be a while. The problem is they don't temperature regulate the same as a big hive because it's such a thing.
Different material too, different size.
And that's nectar and pollen and honey on this side. So we're back to the resources. Okay. And I'm guessing this is all honey. So let's leave the nectar, pollen, and honey in here, because if they're raising brood, they need that. If they're hatching out and they're going to raise a queen, they're going to have a little delay. So
don't worry about moving the last
yeah,
frame.
looks like it's all honey to me from what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and push it back there.
All right, so we're putting those back in and putting some undrawn hives, or frames.
Let's put we already got two over there, don't we?
Yes.
Let's just knock this one down. Let's knock it down. We'll knock the queen cell down. If there's eggs in here and they are somehow queenless, they can make another queen. We don't need to be leaving stuff in here that could be a problem for us.
All right, what are we gonna do?
Okay, so since we know that, actually open that box. I'm gonna shake these bees into there. Since it's on brood, there's a pretty good chance that we're gonna be double checking for the queen. Some of these may be workers, some of these will be foragers, but go ahead and put the top back on. So all the ones flying are foragers. They're not going to stay there anyways. They're coming back over here. This just gives you a good chance to look for all swarm cells. Any comb that you want to scrape off, now is the time because there's no bees on it. What I typically do, anything that's beyond the top bar, I take off. Now, we don't need to do a ton of it today, but anything beyond the top bar and the bottom bar, I slide off because that's where they hide these queen cells. And if you have this on here, the problem that we're finding is the queen cells hang in a place where you're going to crush them when you put them somewhere else, a lot of times. So I typically like to clean it off so we can inspect quickly and easily next time.
Oh, I cut a drone in half.
That's okay. I probably did the same. Was it live? Like a...
Yeah, baby one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We just turned the milky white nasty. Oh, there's actually quite a few of them down here. Should I leave this alone?
No.
Okay.
I would. We're in here doing it. We'll go ahead and
I'm so sorry.
clean up one of these.
I'm so sorry.
It's my fault. It's my fault. Yeah, I guess if you want to leave them on the side, we can. We'll just take as much off the bottom as we can.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if I pull it from the bottom, it's bottom and the side. It's the same pretty much.
Gotcha. Oop, sorry, I'm trying to replant this. There we go.
Sorry, I'm not trying to put too much pressure on.
No, you're good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the side off. I wish the combined hive tools, I don't like them. That hive tool I love for almost everything, yes, except for scraping, because this has a longer taper on it, so it's sharper. See all these are actually pupil casings. That's why that papery sound that you're hearing.
Mm-hmm. Let me get this side running.
I'm gonna go up here, so watch your fingers. Slice right off.
It's okay, I've got 10. Oh wait, you're talking about that. Wait, you're talking about my finger or this?
I'm gonna talk about your finger.
Okay.
Slice off. Again, sometimes this takes a little longer than we want it to, but you see these guys are probably within a day or two. See how they're starting to turn colors?
Mm.
Their wings developing yet? Yep, see their wings are starting. So, maybe a couple days left. But by doing this, we also passively are taking a lot of mites out of the hive if they're in that comb. So this is staying with this box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put those back in, keep the honey on the outside. I'm gonna go ahead and push the brood back over here. We can always respace this and move this around. We really want the brood, yeah, that one, yep. Keep the honey on the outside. The nectar of the pollen is next to the brood. That way they can take it and feed it without having to do too much moving. There you go, girls. They're all getting high now because of the marijuana. Mary Jane.
So sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you just kind of got to work quick right after you smoke them. Got that one? Okay. Oh, that was wax, man.
Oh.
Wax can be saved for waxing your frames.
Fair.
And propolis can go the way of people's sticky shoes. But some people eat it. But. All right, now we should be able to take that box off without an issue.
It should. Yes, it just kind of goes off.
Okay. If you want to just set it over here on end, kind of in the shade.
On end, which end?
Whatever.
Long end?
However is easiest for you to set it down. Long end would probably be best. Yep. Yeah. That way the frames don't slap. What are the bottom of those frames looking like? We already pulled them all out, but I mean, we could always peel that off if we wanted to, but what kind of time constraint are you on today? You okay, or you got something coming?
So about like 3 or 4.
Gotcha. Here's our beautiful frame.
My
do
hunger start getting to me.
Do not take this one out
Okay.
until we're ready. That's the one that we temporarily done some stuff to. Okay, so same thing here. Whatever we find, we're going to try to split in half. We know we have eggs. They're going to be in this hive. We know we have eggs and actually queen cells over there. So love to see the queen. Seeing that drone brood on the top. I'm guessing there's going to be stuff in that super too. Speaking of, let me set this over here. You're like a professional now.
Good skills.
Honey nectar. To be expected on the outside. That's the way you typically want to see them. Sometimes, certain times a year, they'll always draw on the sunset side and then just chimney up, but all bees are different. They all act differently. Some of ours do, some of them don't. All right, girls. So now they get a little more defensive when you're in the bottom box. Typically why I try to do it first is just because the foragers are coming home and they're the older ones and they're the ones that are usually used to defending the hive and stuff. So.
Because Mike is standing in front of the...
That's true. Yeah, and standing in front of the hive, that could be it. It's not tearing the whole hive in half.
So, fruit. What's that? And...
nectar and pollen over here.
Yep.
Did you see brood on that side?
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, let me grab that.
Yep.
Good. There's not a lot of bees on it for some reason. Eggs all the way through the outside edge. Great, 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 great. So yeah, I think they should be fine. Doing a split. We only saw a couple charged queen cells. Yeah, no, that's really good. So, and again, pollen and nectar and open larvae isn't very helpful for the split. Now, cap brood is, because they don't have to be taken care of at that point. They kind of have to be kept a little bit warm, but usually for the most part, they can make a little bit of their own heat, I believe. That frame is disgusting.
I think this is one of the OG ones.
Yep, that was probably the original nuke frame. Yeah, we got a queen cup down here.
What are we gonna do?
We'll probably tear it down. I would like to see how charged it is, but we've already got what we need over there. Ha! It's right where you can't see it, but it actually is on a foundation frame. So when you don't have foundation, the nice thing is you can actually pull the queen cells off. Yeah, I think it's nothing in it. You can actually pull these off and you still have the backside, so you could actually put it somewhere else, but I think this was empty. Now, the thing is, you really... a little bit of royal jelly in there.
Nice.
But the thing is, you can actually see she's down in there. Tiny, cool. Tiny, like a little comma.
You're going to keep her?
No. So, I mean, you could put this in a strong hive and they could finish it. You could put it in this hive and they'd finish it, but then your other queen's going to swarm. We've already got 2 over there. We don't need more. If you want to make a split, it is best to have cap queen cells, just like brood, because all of your population is in here to take care of them. If you took that open queen cell and put it in a weaker hive, there may not be enough to be able to take care of her, and then she's not going to be a good queen anyways, and you're not going to find that out until like a month later. So let's just give them a little smoke. They seem to be getting a little agitated.
See, somebody's trying to crawl out.
Hatching. Oh, right there.
Hey, there she is.
She's pretty. She's looking good. She's still got her
little dot.
She's got her nail polish. No, her. No, that's great. So we got the queen. So, and she's still here. And this is the one that. Wow, look at all that pollen. That's crazy. Just take a look here.
Oh, you're there.
Now let's not do it since she's on it.
Okay.
Actually, do you mind holding that right there? And I'm gonna just want to take a picture of her. It almost looks like she's got a heart on her back, the way that I painted it. Oops, I just dismissed a text there.
This one is birthing from right here. Can you take a picture of that and send it to me?
Which one?
This one's coming out right here.
Yeah.
It's really cool looking.
Where'd you go, girl?
Dead center.
Dead center. Yep. Crawling underneath. Just my camera's like on one side and then not the other. So it's like, put your phone over, like, where is it?
All right, guys.
All right. Set them down and then slide it over to that other frame.
And then slide it all the way to the side.
Slide it back to that frame.
Yep.
All right, so right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there. We have, and that is coming back to here. So we need 5 out of there into here. No, we don't actually have. We need 5.
Wait, 5 out of here, isn't it?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 in here. This needs.
Sorry. Take a step back. Where are we going from here?
10 total. We need 5 in here. That is part of this. So once we pull 5 out of here, then we should have a deep full and then a deep full. We did put some foundation on there, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull some up to the second box.
So we're going to take 5 from here, put them in here, take those and put them down there?
Correct. Correct.
So
some of those may be up top, and we're going to fill the rest of that box with this foundation that we have. And then same thing over here. No, we're going to leave that in a single deep. We'll leave that as a single deep. Let them get out and get mated. Once we confirm they're mated, and then she starts laying, then it'll be time to put a second box on that, and then at that point we'll shift some up and then put foundation on it. But we don't want her to have, we don't want them to have to do much of anything except for raise that queen.
All right. So which ones do we want?
That's the question. You tell me.
We want more.
Tell me.
I was gonna say, do we probably want more honey, right? Because we only have like 1 or 2 that have honey on that one. And we want to give it a good start.
I think we have 1 or 2 honey in here too. So let's just go through these. Whatever we find, we know that we have queen and brood here. Since we don't know what this is, we can't really make a good decision at this point. If anything, we'd want to boost that one more with brood, so she thinks that she has less space or less bees. That's pollen, and wow, that's so much pollen.
Yeah.
Cat brood.
Over here.
What do you got over there? Pollen, or is it cat?
Pollen and
cat brood. Let's put that over here. And you should be good to put in because the queen cell's on the other side. Put them down and then slide it over, because when the stuff's hanging off the bottom like that, probably should be corrected, but we'll be all right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, there's 7 in here, so we only need 3 more because I put a foundation in there to buffer that one. So she'll actually get to keep some more frames. And then we can equalize a little bit if she gets out and gets mated correctly. Yeah.
Same on this side.
Cat brood.
Little cat brood, but most of the...
Switch it. Look at that. That's good stuff.
Queen right there? Or not queen, but queen.
Oh, cell?
I don't see anything in it.
There's an egg in it. Go ahead and knock it down for me. You can peek in there if you want to.
Pop it off?
Yeah, just gonna push it to one side.
Sorry, buddy.
That's a baby, not a buddy. And then this has got brood. Again, we're moving a lot of brood over here to make her feel like she's got less congestion over there. And also getting worker bees. Hopefully they will stay with these queen cells. Two more. I'm guessing that's open eggs. What do you think it is? Oh, pollen like crazy on the side. Man, they've really got her hemmed in, don't they? Pollen isn't really going to help them much.
Those are open eggs.
Those are open eggs. Okay, flip that around. Stick it here. We're going to put an empty frame in the middle of that. And by putting the foundation in the middle, here, let me set this in there, in between there.
Yeah, I got you.
It's going to encourage them to draw this out because they really want these to be together. So they'll draw that out for us by the time we get back. I didn't put the years on these, but we can always do that next time. It's pretty obvious which ones are from 8 years ago and which ones are from last year.
So on, yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, so much pollen. I think they got a whole campus to get stuff from or something.
Let's see, this is probably a good location for all these flowering trees. We just had the, what are they called? Bradford pears.
Yep, yep. That's good. Well, we'll leave that with her. Put that there. Put that next to this one. So every time you break up the brood, we're past most of our cold spells, but typically you don't want to have a frame of brood and then foundation, because there may not be enough bees to get over here to warm them. But if there's 2, that's enough to warm those. 2 enough to warm those. We're gonna put another foundation in here. Again, our ultimate goal is to keep cycling out some of this old comb. You're still really early in this in the season, or in your beekeeping years, but. No, I need to see what's in here because we still need another 1 or 2 over there. Again, we want something over there, like you said, nectar and pollen, but not nectar and honey, not pollen. It's mostly nectar and honey, and then a little bit of pollen. What do you got on your side?
A lot of honey.
Okay, let's put that over here.
You can almost feel the honey. Tell the difference.
Yeah, the weight, you can almost automatically tell. So if you can give me a gap here, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me a gap here. Isn't that crazy? You got 11 frames in there at one point, and then yeah, give me a gap there. I'll put a drawn one in there.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Oh, that's not going in. Kind of compress that. No problem.
Here, try to slide them all at once if you can. Because remember, we got queen cells and stuff in there, so try to slide them as a group.
I think it's enough fun.
If it's not, I will make it work. So you are relying entirely on the glue. You're a very trusting person.
Wait, what?
On your frames.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're very trusting.
I pick a pretty good glue, I think.
Do you want to scrape any of that brood off the top so it's easier to do any inspections? Because this is your brand new cover. If they start connecting to that, it's going to probably be an issue.
I do.
Okay. Let me go ahead and smoke them down real quick for you. That way we're minimizing the amount that could be up there to get smashed. And I'll start on this side, give you that side. Try to move quick so we aren't leaving them all out in the sun. Yeah, we need a little prop under here. For sure, this thing's wobbly. Let's see if we can finish that one out. Just try to toss them somewhere where you won't step on them. That way we can potentially pick them up when we're done. Good to go. No notches on these, right? I don't see a notch on my side. Do you have a notch on your side on the lid? Sometimes there's a notch in the middle.
Nope, I don't see it.
That's fine. I'm going to put the yellow lid on here. We are done with this. So they're not quite hatched. So it takes 16 days from egg till hatched. They'll probably be capped.
Do you want to put
next few days.
A vent angle?
Let's let them go for right now. It's yellow. Hopefully it's light enough, and I really want that heat in there so that they can build out more wax with what they have. So,
all right, these 2 in.
Do you want to scrape these before we go to the next, just like we did with that one?
Yep.
Let's make a goal to put our wax all off this side, and then we'll just try not to step over there because I can already feel I stepped in something. Seems like the quicker you go, the less chance you have of smashing them, but the more happy they get. Yeah. All right, guys, you can come after me. Just leave it alone. Yeah, and then we just need to get those back together. So, at some point, it would be nice to get that frame on the left out of there, but it's just filled with honey. So.
All right, putting these 2 back in?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need another one too. You can give me a gap between the 2 that you have, and then I'll drop the foundation in there. If it's possible.
That's possible.
There we go. Okay. Pull off your frame rest. Yep. We'll work on recentering things.
We're gonna need this again when we do Like the super, or not super, yeah.
We will, but we need that other box that's half full over there, and we'll move that back over here.
Ready for now?
Yep, it's ready to go on. Unless you want to scrape the bottoms, but I think we'll be all right. As long as we got the tops, we probably get the bottoms will be fine.
They've already been open.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep.
Watch it.
All right. So the heat's usually in the middle.
Can you give it a little nudge towards me?
Towards you? The
Yeah,
whole.
just a
It looks
split.
like everything needs to come back towards me. Actually, push the bottom box towards me about a half
yeah.
an inch.
No, that's because this thing's hanging off. So that.
Oh, I was looking down here.
Oh, that part, yeah.
Yeah. Push the lower box.
Push it. Same way.
Good there. Let me. Yep, good there. And then. How are you on that side? Or if you're even on that
good.
side, we're good. Looks like it's just peeled off a little bit.
Yeah, same thing over here.
Okay, we're fine then. All right. So, does it have brood on it? I can't remember. Let's put this one and this one in the middle, and then leave
Wait,
two.
which one's this one?
The one you have and this one in the middle, and then we'll space the other stuff around it.
Let's say we can get 2 and 2, right?
Well, we need 2 and 3.
Oh,
I think, if I'm doing my math right here.
well, at least you did that. That didn't
1,
do
2,
that.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 2 more. Holy moly. Yeah, 3 on that one side. Okay.
Leave this one back.
No, we're good. We're good. That one's just honey, so we're okay leaving that alone, and then we'll do 3 and 2, and then center those up the best you can, or actually just at least push them over to this one. Looks like that one's already
Wait, so
stuck
push
to the
everything
wall.
over there?
Yeah, it looks like this one's already stuck to the wall. I guess we could recenter, but go ahead and push them all to one side, and then push them back to center them. That's usually what I do.
Oh, I got you.
So we're good down here. Just a little bit more down there. Cool. And I'm just looking at that gap, so.
I got you.
All right, so we know the queen's in the bottom. We can go ahead and put this on and then inspect, so that we're not messing with them. Again, I don't know what's in here, so I don't know if we can put a queen excluder on here. So, well, actually, if the queen's in the bottom, we could put a queen excluder on there technically.
On there now?
On here, yeah.
Like so
But we can inspect them first. We know she's in the bottom. I don't think she's gonna run up that fast. We can easily tip it up and then put that on. So. Sounds like you've already got the honey super full. And even if this is brood, you put the honey super on, they'll hatch out, and then they can refill it. So. All right. Man, this is really smelling like really bad stuff.
smoke?
Yeah. Not the good stuff, but the best.
So the cheap version.
The cheaper version. Look at that, it's going now. Set that over.
They burn pretty fast though, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's not a lot to them. I really wonder what it is. You know, a lot of the stuff comes from China. It's just like it's probably some waste product that they have that is fully capped frame on this side.
Yeah, quite a bit on this side.
Go ahead and set that out, and then we'll work across. Sorry, I was trying to put it on the shady side.
I appreciate you keeping my bees in mind.
Totally wax, or
Yeah.
totally honey. Total honey. Yeah, that's fine. Got that alarm pheromone I'm smelling. Lemony Laffy Taffy with a little bit of skunk. Covered. It's crazy how white the cappings wax is. Any of the other ones, don't take them out, just slide them over out of your way, or don't pull them over here. So that was just foundation last year too. So okay, they're putting nectar and pollen, and they're not ideal, but that's what it is. It just makes me nervous that the next one's probably going to have brood on it. It does. Of course it does.
Yeah, I see it.
If the drone brood was there, it's going to be up there. And that's okay. I mean, if that kept her from swarming, then that's fine. So again, we're looking for queen cells since we're up here.
Just the cells, not actual queens?
Nah, if there's only a couple queen cells in here, I doubt there would be 2 queens. I mean, it's always important to look for that, but the cluster that we saw was
2 queens in the past. So.
yes, that's
That
true.
was later in the
That
season.
was when they had a queen excluder too.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it looks like she just came up in the middle and started laying. So, I mean, we could put a second honey super on here if you want to. I mean,
I've got it. It's in there.
there's not a lot. There's a fair amount of bees in here. We tried to take as many as we could over there to split, a lot are going to fly back. But if they don't, the young ones are the ones that are going to build out that foundation. It's these foragers are the ones that are going to go out and keep getting honey. And if there's nowhere to store it, that's going to be a problem. Of course, a lot of this stuff. Now we do have drawn comb, don't we? Some of that had a little bit of wax moth damage. So yeah, we can get that and shuffle that in here.
Let's say this bigger hive would probably be able to handle it just fine.
Yep. You out of the brood at that point, or are you?
I'm not seeing any more brood.
You have any pollen in there?
No, just honey.
Good.
Honey.
Excellent.
A few open cells.
No reason to go any further then.
All right.
They really kept it in the center, so that's really good. If you don't mind grabbing another super, whatever super with the wax foundation and the queen excluder, and then we'll pick this box off. We'll put the empty stuff underneath there, and then they can just fill it right up. Yes, I know. I was putting stuff on. I was like, man, I'm not feeling well. And then I stepped there. I was like, oh yeah, because it's hot as heck in there. So you got the queen excluder. Excellent. Yeah. Let's go ahead and put these back in. Since those are all empty, put these back in. I'll lift this off. You can drop that in. Then we'll put the empty in, and then we'll put this one on the very top. I just got a call. Neighbors a block over have a swarm that's landing on their bird feeder. Pretty good chance it could be ours. So I'll need to go deal with that in a minute. Okay. I'll lift this super light box off. Actually, why don't you lift the super light box off?
So lift this super?
Yeah. You ready? And then I'm gonna put this on, then you're gonna have to go to the very top.
Okay.
Oh. Yep, and you are on top of that.
And they'll take care of the moths.
If there's any stuff that's damaged, they'll throw it out. Yep. The moths are probably dead. It's just a little bit of damage. Worst case scenario, if it's been stripped to the frame, they may not build it out correctly. But they'll use what they can, and whatever they can't, we'll find that on when we're looking later. So, we're good. You want to put the
this last little bit right here.
yeah. All right, girls, you can go down to your new place. And I would collect as much of the honey or the wax as you can. Even if you put it like in a little jar with a piece of glass over it, it's going to melt it down pretty good. It's actually really malleable right now. I mean, it's crazy because of the heat of the roof.
Yep.
But I would pick up as much of this as you can and salvage it, because we want to melt it down so we can put it on these foundations at some point.
Yep. All right, what's our next step?
Entrance reducer on the larger opening on that hive. Again, we're just trying to not have other ones try to rob it out. So. Oh, sorry, forgot about the lid, huh? Since we've added so much space, I don't think they're going to need ventilated yet.
Oh, this seems to be the wrong size.
Just stick it in front of it then. Yeah, just stick it in front of it. They can use the big part or the small part. Just want to reduce it a little bit. All right, big stones for the roof. Yeah, and then pick up the wax whenever you get a chance. This is your hive tool. Yep. That's it, man. You're golden. So I'm gonna, when I get a chance to think about it, figure out when these will be hatching out. So we'll keep an eye to make sure there's no swarms. And then I'll let you know. And then that one, we've knocked everything down, so we shouldn't have any issues out of that one. And we've given them enough space and foundation. Hopefully they'll get you going. And then that one will be, that one's pretty much ready once they build out the foundation. Once this one gets hatched, then we'll put the second deep on. We'll put foundation in there. We'll pull some of the brood up to the top just to encourage them to go up.